Yes, welcome back. So, from the second part, I was talking about the scoliosis. I went back to the hospital to say, please, can you put my daughter back on the queue because she is suffering? And the doctor said to me, do you have the money? And I said, no, I don't have it, but I know that God will do something. God will definitely do something. I can't allow this child. This child is in pains, and this child, her condition is just deteriorating. Like it is just going from bad to worse. She is bending. She can't do a lot of things. She is just in pain. Everywhere is sore. And the doctor said, okay. It was a Nigerian doctor. I remember Dr. Ike, and he said, okay. we He put her back on queue, and he said, okay, we'll call you back as the queue progresses. We will give you a call. And I said, fine. Came back home, and I got out several weeks later. I got a call from the National Nelson Mandela National Hospital in Parktown. They're on the same street with the General Hospital, Charlotte Makeke. And they said, come, bring your child. We want to commence a preparation for surgery. And so we went back to the hospital. We went to the Nelson Mandela National Hospital, and they carried out some tests. And then they said, yes, we are going to call a social worker to come and give you an interview. Because social worker will have to be the one to give them a go ahead to say, okay, you can operate on this child now, because I think they have an upper hand on every case. I think it's a medical social worker. So the social worker called me. She came to the hospital and did some interview. You have to show your papers, you have to show your documents, the child's certificates of birth, everything to show that you are the parents of this child, because they don't want tomorrow somebody will come and say, why did you operate on my child? They don't want stories. So they have to make sure everything is intact. Everything that you say this is your child, you must produce proof to say yes, this is your child. So she did the interview, was even saying, am I sure, where do I stay, how many rooms do I have? Do I have a room for Favor? That's my child's name. Do I have a room for my child to say when the operation is done, she can have a room that is conducive for her healing and all that? Otherwise, they will take your child. If the house is not conducive, or if you are not able to take care of your child, they'll have to take your child somewhere. And in my heart, I was like, who will take care of my child better than me? So I gave them. You have to give them your address, everything. So after everything, I think she gave the doctors the go ahead to commence the operation. And so every doctor that is supposed to be part of this surgery, every doctor that's supposed to be part of the team of surgery came. The ones from the ICU will come. They will tell you this is what they are supposed to do. This is why your child has been taken to the ICU because of this, because of that. The ones who are doing the anesthetics, they'll come and explain to you. Everybody that was part of it came and explained everything. They make sure you understand everything that is into this, so that you will know what you are going into. So yeah, surgery day came, and they said plus or minus 5 hours or 6 hours. And we went in with her. At a point, when they put her to sleep, I came out. They told me this is a surgery where they don't want her complete system to be shut down. They need some of her veins, some of those things they needed to be alive to be able to carry out that particular type of surgery. So we They went in. I left the surgery, the theater around 8:30, and I think they started. I don't know if they started at that 8:30 exactly, or they started by 9. But I started counting my time from 9 a.m. 9 a.m. So I had to go back to the waiting room where parents normally stay, or guardians normally stay by the ward to wait. So I was there waiting, praying. That was the longest hours of my life. 10, 11, 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. I got worried, and I met some of the doctors, and we went to ICU. They were not out. We came back by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I started crying. I was like, what is this? And why is it taking so long? Is anything wrong that I'm not being told? 7 p.m., 8 p.m., I was called to say she's out of surgery and she's in the ICU. So I went to the ICU, and she was facing the other way. She was lying down on her side, And we went in there, and when we went in, the doctor said, guess who is here? And to my surprise, she was awake. And I'm like, isn't she supposed to be unconscious, or something? But my child was awake. She was wide awake. But she said, when they said, guess who is here? And she said, Mommy. And she said, Mommy. And then I went round to face her. And she said, Mommy, I feel so straight, but I'm in a lot of pain. Her eyes were wide open. She was talking. And so she was in pain. The next day, the therapy started. They started helping her how to walk. By the next day in the evening, she was transferred back to the ward, and we stayed in the hospital for like less than a week. The hospital is beautiful. Nelson Mandela Hospital is beautiful, and I must say, South Africans, your country, you don't know what you have. Truly, you have a good thing here. The hospital is like a hotel. Very clean, very neat, and the food, everything was just on point. Everything is just on point. The doctors and the nurses, they are all nice. We didn't experience any nasty coming from any nurse. They were so nice. At the point I had to go after the surgery. When I saw her in the ICU, I had to go back home, but coming again I had to do another COVID test. And so when I came back, she was telling me that, Mommy, you have to thank this lady. She took very good care of me. And so that was Favor's journey. I'm going to include pictures of before and after, so that you see how her journey was. It was a journey of one hospital to the other. Since when she was a child, she has been going from one hospital to the other. She's 15 years now. And she's doing so well. At the point she was like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a pediatrician, probably because of what she has been experiencing in the hospital, in and out of hospital all the time. And I will laugh at her because she doesn't like the sight of blood, and I'm wondering, how will you be a doctor without seeing blood? We'll just laugh it off. At the point when she's wobbling, and she will tell you, is anything wrong with me? Because when she sees the reactions of other children towards her, she was like, is anything wrong with me? I'm like, no, you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. You are beautiful. Just keep confessing that, and there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing. When God is looking for favor that He's created, He comes to you and He looks at you and He admires you, and then she will laugh. I know we have learned as a family to give her this unconditional love, to love her unconditionally. It was something that we agreed as a family to say, let's give this child love, because nobody will love her more than her. And also we used to tell her, love yourself. When you love yourself, there's nothing like you loving yourself, And there has been a great challenge. There has been heartaches. There has been comments. People are so nasty. People when you go out with her, even though now it's getting better because she's growing now, but from the early stage, you go out with your child, people will look at her anyhow, like this is not a child, like this is something else. I don't know. People will just pass comments, and so coming out with her was a challenge. You carry your child, you go out, and then you come back home with heartache. I don't know if there's anybody who has experienced that or is still experiencing this. I'm just sharing my story to challenge somebody. If you have experienced anything like that, or you are experiencing anything like that, please drop your comments in the comment section. Let's hear what you had to go through and how your journey has been. Well, this is my own journey. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Thank you so much for listening. And I pray that God will give us the ability to be able to see special needs children, and not just see them as special needs, but to see God's creation. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to include the before and after pictures, of her hospital, and I think I'm going to share a different video of her hospital, the journey video. The ones that are videoed, I'm going to include in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. It's a growing channel. Please do well, and if there's anything you want me to talk about, something that you think can encourage other people, please do well to share in the description, in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Please give it a thumbs up so that other people will watch this video. Thank you so much. Bye.